Hello, and welcome back to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And we're here on day 18 of Inktober Tangles. A big shout out to Stephanie Jennifer for putting this together. Thank you, Stephanie. I've been having a really good time learning a lot of new tangles, well, new to me, and also revisiting a lot of the Zentangle classics, the official tangles. So that's really fun. And then sometimes combining tangles. Day 18 is Middleton by YuRu Chen. And if you haven't already downloaded your handout, you can still do that. It's this nice geometric one, which will be kind of a change from what we've been doing. So for those of you who like angles and squares, this one's for you. If you have your packet downloaded, you can click on the name of the tangle and it takes you to the step out, which is really, really handy. Definitely very helpful, especially for this one because there are several steps. Okay, let me set that aside. I have, again, I'm keeping things pretty simple. So I have the basic tools, the white tile, black pen, number 2 pencil, tortillon. I also have a graphic one because it's a little thicker that I might need. Although this pen maybe has seen better days, so we'll see. And I also have a red pen just for a little pop of color. That's optional. You wouldn't need it if you don't want it, or you could use a different color. All right, let's get started. I am going to very quickly put a dot in each corner, just like that. And I am going to skip this step with a line because I am going to attempt curvy lines, not straight lines. So I'm going to go right in with my black pen. And I'm going to do a nice curve. This goes up and down. Just a really nice soft curve, but the same up and then down on each side. So you will need to rotate. And then I want to divide this into quarters, into fours. So I am going to roughly estimate the center, and then I am going to aura this curved line there. So let's see, roughly the center. And I'm going to put in the curved line, which auras both sides. I'm going to rotate and do the same on this way. So we have 4 sections, similar, roughly similar. Oh, and I've got the sun coming in. Um, okay. Maybe I need to pull the shades. Hold on 1 second. The sun's peeping out. I thought it was raining and now we have sun. Just a moment. All right. Well, the sun is determined to shine in, so we will do the best we can, although I think the blind is helping a little bit. Okay. So once we have our 4 quadrants, we are going to actually put a little square in each of the outer corners, but it's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be a curved line. So we are doing an aura of the side and the top and bottom. And we're going to do that for each of our corners. So I wouldn't say it's a quarter of a quarter. It's maybe a little less. And I try to keep it consistent as far as size. So this is here and I kind of travel over and go there. Um, so I do the best I can to follow through, but there's no measuring here, so it's just all guesstimates. And that one's maybe a little wonky, but that's okay. And then we need another square. So lots of squares to start out with. So we're going to put another square inside, but again, we're following curved lines. And the square is like one, two full sides and two half sides. And we do that for all of these. Again, keeping consistent as far as spacing. So doing that as consistently as possible. This does take some concentration because it's not all the way around. You're stopping a little bit. And we've got those curved lines instead of straight ones. All right, that's pretty good. So we've got lots of squares there. And then from there, um, we actually need to do another square within our little square. So like that. And again, I'm keeping pretty consistent with the previous widths. And sometimes it is definitely helpful to rotate around and following curves if there is one. So now we have something like that. All right, so we've got squares within squares, which is really cool actually. But now we're going to do something a little different. So we get to put in lines. So from this corner to this corner, you kind of down the middle. And then from this corner down to the middle, and over here down to the corner. And I did a slight curve where appropriate, just because we are working with the curves and not straight lines. Um, but if you don't have a lot of curviness, uh, of course you could use straight lines. So you're coming to a point in each. You've got that sun peeking through again. Sorry about that. All right, so we have try to make a little bit of a so you can see better. Um Squares within squares, and now we have our lines. So we're getting a little bit of an optical illusion there, which is really cool. I feel like this one's definitely kind of an optical illusion type. I am, for the moment, going to switch to my red pen, but you could do this with your black pen if you don't want to add color. So I'm going to continue this line, but inside the little square here, and then I'm going to go in just like cubine, if you're familiar with that tangle. So it's like having a tangle within a tangle, actually. Again, how cool is that? And I'm going to rotate and do that for each one. But this could easily be black. Red is optional. So I've just got that little pop of color like that. And that's all we're going to do with color, actually. I'm going to go back to my black pen, and then I'm going to start making some, they're like stripes, actually. So I'm going to follow that curve and come over and follow that curve. Come over here and follow that all the way around. And again, trying to be consistent with the lines matching up. And I'm going to do that again all the way down to the points. Now, your stripes or lines could be closer together. Your stripes could be thinner. But because I'm going to ink some of them in, I'm making them kind of a little thicker. But you can't go wrong if you just want to do the thinner line stripes. That's fine. You wouldn't even have to ink them in. So trying my best to be consistent and kind of matching up like that. I'm just going to keep going until I run out of space. All right. Just keep going. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is my last one here, matching up with that one. And the curves are getting less and less, which is okay. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we could do one more, I think. So I'm gonna make a little wider. All right, so you have something like this. And then if you don't have a wider pen, that's fine. I'm gonna start with just this one and see how it goes. I'm just inking in. I'm starting from my point down here. I'm just kind of inking that in. I'm doing each one. Just enjoying the process. So if you went in with a bunch of thin lines, you don't need to do this part. And that's going to create its own wonderful illusion. Just kind of like coloring in. I'm in a coloring mood lately. I go through phases. All right. So then we're going to skip one, leave it white, and go to the next one. And instead of black, you could use the red if you wanted to, or you could use a different color. That's up to you. All right, making sure I am skipping one. I'm going to see if my graphic one, how that goes. Like I said, I think this pen may have seen better days, but we'll see. It's still got some life in it. All right, coming over to my next one. So for me, this one is high focus because we want to make sure we're always inking in the right one. And it was high focus with all the putting in all the squares and then our stripes here. So if you like geometric tangles and high focus, this one's definitely for you. And I think that's what I like about Inktober tangles is that we get to try all different types of tangles and maybe see what works for us and maybe what's not for us as well. But it's good to try new things, and this kind of encourages us to do that. All right, making sure we always skip one. All right, so now we can skip another one. Come over here. So I have something that looks like that, and trying to decide, I can leave these white or I can ink that in with red. I think I'm gonna just leave those like they are, and I'm gonna do some shading. But you do have some options. You could, grab another color and go in with that if you would like. Um, but I'm gonna leave it like it is, and I'm gonna go in with some shading here. So we're doing very simple shading. Let's see. First of all, inside our little square here, like our little cube line, just along the diagonal and along the side and the top there. Or you can just do one side or the top. And then I'm going to go in along the edge of that that smaller square there. Kind of offsetting that. Like that. And then I want to go in along the edges here. And you could, if you wanted to, you could go alongside one, either the right or the left side of that center line. Like that. And I'm also going to add some shading along these edges. I like shading, so if I see an area that I think it's gonna look good, I'm gonna add it. All right, and then also a little bit along the top here. And you may have guessed it, along the outside. So kind of medium pressure, but being very generous with that whole area. Kind of bringing these to a point. Like so. And then I'm going to take my tortilla and start blending. So we've got, let's just go back the way we started inside um, our little squares, which are like cubine. So that's cool. We've got a tangle within a tangle. Let's make sure that's blended out. And then we're going to go outside of the next size larger square. Like that. And then we're going to go alongside all of these, just working our way around, stopping at each one. And then we have these areas here. And then I think I'll put a little bit in these points here just with my tortillon, like that. And then, of course, going along the outside edge. Just to really emphasize this set of tangles. Just kind of looking at the same time to make sure that I got all of my areas blended out. All right, so we have, I think I got all of them. So something that looks like this. Um, it's really pretty, and I love that it's got this almost like 3D effect with it. And I love that little pop of color, which is optional, so that's totally up to you. Um, Super cute. I really like it. And I love doing the four together in there. My initials. Let me find my pen. Where am I going to put my initials? My initials. Let's see. I'm just going to tuck it in this one right here because it's kind of smaller, like that. All right, cool. Yeah, that's cute. And I love it with the red. I really do. But you could have used any other color. I was super tempted to use orange, but I think the contrast of the red and the black is really awesome. All right. So this was our Inktober Tangles Day 18. I'm going to put my name on there, the date, Middleton by YuRu Chen, um, 2025. And if it weren't for Inktober Tangles, I don't know that I would have attempted this because I don't often do the geometric ones, but I really like this one. So again, thank you, Stephanie Jennifer, for picking this and helping me add tangles to my toolbox. So give it a try. It is high focus, well, especially for me, and lots of drama here, lots of contrast, but really, really cool. I love it. And I love all of you. Thank you so much for following along, and I will see you tomorrow. All right. Have a great day. Bye bye.